Greetings and welcome to another Smashing Pistons video. And as you can see behind me, if you pay attention to any of the other videos that I've ever done here, you'll know that that's Wortley Hall, and we're here for the Wortley car show. Apparently it's the 27th year of it running. It's normally a bit busier than this. I think the rain's put a few people off, but we'll have a mooch round, see what we can see. And I think I saw Mick coming in his BSA, and I'm pretty sure Emma's here already. So we'll see what we can see, and yeah, hopefully we'll find some interesting stuff. I'll try and film some at top end as well, because that's where all Funstival stuff is. I'll give you a fairly good look round to see what you can expect. Hopefully next year when it'll be a bit more busy. So if you were coming to be just a visitor, you come through main entrance and you get diverted down into this field area at the bottom, which is where they park all modern stuff. I don't know if they're doing it anymore or this year, but they had radio control planes up in that corner a couple of years ago. But yeah, this is where you park all your modern stuff and then exit somewhere down there. A word of warning though: if you're bringing a motorbike and they try and direct you down here, to tell them that you can't park down here because the ground's totally not suitable for side stands. Me and my dad got directed down here a few years ago. We'll never forget it, I'll tell you. And we couldn't stand bikes up because there were no hard standing or anything to stand them on. So we said, well, we need to go and park up on top. So they said, oh yeah, go down through exit at back and go around top. Yeah, they didn't say that the exit bit were like a quagmire as well, so we got stuck in there. Anyway, long story short, 40 minutes later, covered in mud, we managed to get back out the way that we'd come in and park up at top. And so the time after that I came on the bike, I just insisted I parked at the top anyway. So just a word of warning if you're on a motorcycle. So I'll just give you a quick view of what it's like so far. I always remember this field being steeper than it is, but it's still steeper than I'd like to perch my car on. But first up, we've got something at Bel Air. It's very large, very much chromed up. You'd spend a few hours on a weekend making that nice and shiny. Let's have a look what it's like front back. Oh, look at them rear lights. Aren't they lovely? And American cars from that era always seem to have like the nicest sort of styling cues. If you compare it to that Land Rover at side of it. So obviously this is my channel, so we have to head straight for...
Excuse me. Bag's come up.
Oh, is it coming open? Well, there's nothing more... So it wouldn't be a Smashing Pistons video if we didn't head straight for the Rover that we could see, and it's a 200 5-door R8. Again, not my favourite, but it's kind of the predecessor to Jenny. They have different dashboards, as you can possibly see through the reflections. Let's see which one it is. 214. So it's got the Littler 1.4 engine in there. I'm sure I've seen this one before somewhere, but it's a very nice looking thing. Another little gem hiding away between a Volkswagen camper van, which is nice, and a Lancer Delta Integrale, which you don't see everything of. A 300ZX. How cute is that? It's got bigger rims on it. Not sure about them, but let's have a look. Let's have a look round the front. See how pretty this is. iconic front end on them with the little headlights just peeking out on there, and they're quite deep dish wheels, aren't they? That's quite a nice little thing. That very nice. So just as a bit of a catch up of what we've got, so we had a look at that Rover, and then there's like a kit car, Cobra kit car. I believe that's a Datsun, which is quite nice. And there's this green Triumph Stag MGB Roadster, which is in an unusual colour. I don't see many of them about. In fact, look at the interior colour as well. So like a tan colour, that's nice. Overdrive on the dashboard, so you can tell it's a genuine older one. But that's a very nice looking thing. Then we've got a Lotus Esprit. I think we've definitely seen this before. We've definitely seen this at Lock Park with its genuine Lotus wheels on. An old Toyota now then, is that a Corolla? Let's have a look. Look at the zany patterns on the wheels. 5-door hatch. Carina 2. Exactly the same mistake I made at Great British Car Journey, thinking a Corolla or a Carina. The Carina was slightly bigger. And then we've got a Citroen CX. That's a huge chunk of a back, and I believe these are genuine 7-seaters. Look, so you've got your seats at back there, then you've got another row in middle, and obviously you've got your front seats on there. So very practical. Iconic single wiper like a touring car, and a lovely colour. So there's a white Porsche and a gold Porsche. White Porsche, gold Porsche. Very nice gold Porsche. I like those wheels, and this is a very nice white Porsche with a big body kit bit on it. Very, very nice. That I believe is what my dad were talking about yesterday. Oh no, it's not. It's not what I thought it was. I thought it was an Imp van, but it's not. It's a Reliant, so it'll be like a... What do they call them? What did that one Hubnut were called? Yeah, Hubnut had one, and it was a Reliant. It was like a Reliant kitten, but in van form. And they called it Foxhound, but I can't remember what actually it was. But yeah, that looks like the older equivalent to that. But there's plenty here. There's some more turning up. Typically, since I've moved away from that end, people have arrived. So Kevin's turned up. Steve's here. I did see Mick coming in his car, so his car will be over there. So we'll have another quick look over there in a sec. Wanting an interesting car to use that's not a motorbike, but a car version of a motorbike, then you should definitely do worse than getting one of these. And this is a Robin Hood 7. I won't call them replicas. Reimagination of. No idea what this one will be based on. Quite often they're Escorts or Ford parts, Sierra, that kind of thing. It's got discs on back, so it's going to be something specific, and it's a Q plate, so that's another giveaway that it's a kit. But yeah, very nice. Although, have I just noticed something weird? They're both wings different. So that front left wing is pretty much full length. The other one looked shorter. Oh no, it's exactly the same. It's just me. I think it's just because the exhaust didn't come out that side. I always wanted the 198. We've got a bit of a technical issue. Blooming gimbal battery's running flat. I thought I'd charged it last night. Evidently I didn't. So from now on in, the footage will be somewhat shaky, but I'll try to be stood still when I'm filming stuff. So let's crack on. So as we were seeing the other day at Great British Car Journey, this is the kind of the Vauxhall version, I should say, ish, of the Toyota Ceras that we saw. They're very similar shape, and very similar colour to the two that we saw there. And next to a custard coloured Spitfire. So if you can hear me over the top of REM playing through them speakers, which is a nightmare for YouTubers, maybe I'll have to overdub this bit. So this is the second side of Wortley Hall, where people are going in and out there. That's kind of like the tea room area. If you stay in one of the rooms, that's like the not canteen, restaurant area, I'd say. And then there's like a little bar area around the corner down there. But this is where they put up all the stands and stuff. So you've got like, I assume that's some sort of axe throwing. Oh yeah, they're going to throw some axes. Let's see what happens. Oh, it looks complicated, axe throwing. It also looks dangerous stood there. So yeah, that's where they're doing axe throwing. There's some balloon thing there, a bouncy castle. And then there's some of the older cars up there, and I'm pretty sure Emma's is up there. And then, helpfully for me, there's a massive rental van right in the middle of a nice shot. So yes, the problem's being a YouTuber. So up on top part, this is where the other stuff. I don't know why they've parked some up here and some down the other side. Yeah, I wonder if the earlier you get, well, I don't know how you'd get out before. But yeah, they have some other stuff parked up at top. So there's 3 stags there. There's an MG Maestro that I need to go and have a quick look at, and I'm pretty sure that's Emma's Midget there. But we'll have a walk down that line and see what we can see. Bit close look. So we've got some tractors, some big truck things. That's I think that's a front control Landy over there with the ambulance thing on it. A nice BMW MGB Roadster ×2, some stags. But we'll go and have a look at that. What I think's Emma's Midget and them other MGs down there. This is a very early Spitfire, and in one of the nicest colours for that kind of era thing. Very much of its period. As is, this TR6 at the side of it. That's a lovely colour combination, sort of like an old English white with sort of like a maroon roof. Very nice. So we're just going to say we've got a line of Fords, but there's a Jaguar at the end, but then we've got an Escort, which I believe will be an XR3i, and then what's possibly a standard Escort, but with lowered springs and an XR3i spoiler, which we'll have a look at in a second. Capris, I've no idea for models on there, but it looks like a fairly late one, so maybe Mark IV, and then a Mark IV Cortina Tourer. So this is sort of like the modern equivalent of TC, hopefully not as rusty, and then another early, later Capri on there. But yeah, very nice selection. But there is round the back something even more tasty, and we're going to have a look at that now. So this is slightly more modern than the one we were looking at yesterday, but it is, I believe, an XR4A. You can tell the front on it's more modern because the headlights are actual proper units themselves, whereas before on the older one the headlight had like a plastic cover over them, which so there's kind of square. They're like a square headlight in a sloped body panel, but yeah, they're actual sloped headlights. In fact, I've just noticed there's a small badge on the side which tells me it should be an XR4x4. So we'll have a look at the. So I'm going to have a look at the rear and see what it says. So it is indeed an XR4x4. So it's a 4-wheel drive version, which isn't something I've seen very many of for a long time, to be honest. Yeah, so very unusual to see one of those. He's a bit of TLC, but definitely a usable classic. So yeah, here I believe this is Emma's K-swapped Midget. So in there is a K series rather than the original B series or A series that was in there. And she takes it track day in as well. So it's been around a few tracks. I'm sure it's been around Mallory or something, but it's a very nice looking thing. That what a lovely colour as well. Definitely a kind of colour that sort of suits that older small car. One of these I can never remember whether it's a 30 or a 35. Still look very similar to me unless they stood at the side of each other. But we saw one of these at Great British Car Journey yesterday. Obviously not in anywhere near as impeccable a condition as this one, because this one looks lovely. Look how shiny it is. And that's a funny coloured for them wheels, but it does work. It does work. Yeah, what a nice little thing. So more modern Triumph, but still oldish. Triumph Sprint. With its dual headlights, which looks proper dated now. And some proper old Greaves. They've been around for a long time. It's like a scrambler sort of thing. And a Matisse. 1964 Matisse, no less, and a 72. We'll save the best till last, obviously. So we've got a nice little British Racing Green MGF. Needs a bit of TLC, but it's a nice enough little thing. And I can never remember what that is. Wolseley 1300. Lovely colour, best colour for that sort of arid thing. But yeah, similar sort of wheels. So the MGF has got the modern Mini Light equivalent, and the Wolseley's got the original Mini Light equivalents on there. Very nice. So that's been a bit of a chaotic walk round. I'll stand still. That's been a bit of a chaotic walk round Wortley car show this year. Some technical issues. Not as much as there is normally, because I assume because of rain it kind of puts people off a bit. But here's to next year, and yeah, hopefully I'll organise some sort of Smashing Pistons meet where we end up starting from here again, because it's a really nice venue to get meets together. To be honest, there's a nice little bar area. They do good food. It's a nice environment to walk around. It's a lovely place to park up and take photos. So don't forget to click like, leave a comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Become a channel member if you like. I keep forgetting about those. So, super cheap at 99p. Yeah, check them out. There's some perks on there, like if you remember, you get to see some videos before they're released to the general public. Yeah, and don't forget to share with your friends, and most importantly, share with your enemies, because if you don't share with your enemies, how will they know that they're your enemies? Bye.